Hello everyone, it is Suzanne Hart here, and today I want to talk about 3% allowance. Now, this was a conversation I was having with Cindy, and I just thought it was such a juicy conversation. I wanted to share it with you. So Cindy was telling me that at her workplace, there's a 3% allowance for error. 3%. That's pretty strict, right? And she says it's for the things that are just unexpected. And so part of what I asked her was, how do people get to know that 3%? And the reason I asked the question was oftentimes we all work with this thing about not being able to make a mistake, not being able to make an error, and therefore we end up stuck. And so when you're thinking of 3%, that might have many people freeze up because it sounds like there's a need to be perfect. So this is what I began to think about, is how do they get to the 3%, right? And I realized that the 3% was where you live after you've gone through the journey of failure. Interesting. And what I mean by the journey of failure is you give up your need to be perfect when you start, so you can actually go through a process where you move from great to excellent, and that's that 3%. And realizing that not everybody gets the job, and the reason not everybody gets the job because not everybody's gone through the process of getting to that place where they are so good at what they do that they're able to live in that space called the 3%, right? So think about it. When I started on my entrepreneurial journey, I definitely didn't live in the 3%. I don't even know if I'm living in the 3% now. But this was what I began to know. I needed to give up my need to be perfect so I could fail, learn the lesson, fail, learn the lesson, fail, learn the lesson, so I could move from good to great to better into excellent, right? And so it is a process. And so those people that live in that 3%, really what it means is they put in the 10,000 hours that allowed them to get so good at what they did that their margin of error now is actually 3%. Isn't that cool? Now, this is the interesting correlation. Do you know that the percentage of people who make most of the money is that 10 to 3%? Interesting, isn't it? So what I'm getting is it's those individuals who fail, learn, and do it quickly, and they move from good to great, that they live in such a place of excellence that they make up that 3%. So error is rare, and we trust them with a high level of things because we know that they are so good at what they do that their margin of error is very small. How did they get there? They failed often, they failed fast, they learned the lesson, they kept moving, and they now live in that place called the 3%. I don't know if this serves you. I just thought it was fascinating. That's how my brain works. I noodle on things that we talk about, and that's what came up, and I wanted to share. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think I'm really off the mark, or are you going, that makes sense. Maybe I need to fail often, fail quickly, so I can move from good to great, so I can live in that place called the 3%. Let me know. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.